Groovy.
After midnight, I'm your host, KC, joined tonight by Slinky Giallo and the SaWgUy. How's it going, guys?
SaWgUy!
Hey, thanks for having me on, guys.
Thanks for coming and hanging out, man.
Oh, always, man, always.
So, the Conjuring universe, right? That's what we're going to get into.
The Conjuring universe, and we're going to be doing it as the storyline goes. So we're starting out with the Nun.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit! Yeah, I came prepared. Look at that. I got the Ouija board behind me. I knew it.
That's awesome. Yeah, we're not doing them in the order that they were released. We're doing, because we're, special. We do stuff different. So yeah, we're going to do it according to the storyline proper. Exactly what he just said. That's awesome. So, all right, I got some numbers if anybody's interested on my notes.
Let's hear them.
Let's see. The Nun is a 2018 horror movie. Yeah. Directed by Corin, Hardley. The screenplay was written by Gary Dauberman, and it was produced by Peter Safran and James Wan.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I love that guy, man.
Mm-hmm. That's my boy.
Yeah. It was the production company was New Line Cinema, Atomic Monster Productions, and the Safran Company. It was distributed by Warner Brothers. It was released September 7th, 2018. Had a $22 million budget. That's a lot of money, man. It raked in at the box office $365.6 million. That's a doozy.
Holy shit.
Off of $22 million. That's nuts. Let's see. It stars Taysa. I can't even say this right. Taysa Farminga, Damien Shear, and Bonnie Aaron reprising her role as Valak / the Nun.
Awesome.
When they do her up, man, she's really creepy looking.
Oh yeah, she is.
Like,
those green eyes.
Yeah.
Her makeup,
man.
Whoever does her makeup is, A+. So let's see. You're the guest SaWgUy. So first impressions, man. Let's hear it.
Honestly, when I heard they were going to do the Nun movie after Conjuring 2, I about shit my pants. And I was like, oh my God, this is going to be fucking amazing. Because in the Conjuring 2, she was so fucking creepy. Everything from that creepy, painting scene where she's coming up and towards the end where you actually...
that's what got me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, dude. It's because of that scene I don't have any fucking paintings of that movie anywhere in my house, dude. I said, hell no, that shit's going to come out and come after me. But,
that's too funny.
Honestly, I was hyped up for it. And when I heard about it, and they spend a lot of money on marketing because that shit was all over Facebook, not just the 2 days before it was released. They had it all over. And I remember for SaWgUy podcast, I did the a trailer reaction as I watched it. And it scared the shit out of me towards the end because I had a wink towards, what was it? I think it was Exorcist 3, where you're zooming in the hallway and all of a sudden something moves. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh shit. I mean, because, I had to throw it up, dude, because of the fact that it had a cool little wink to it. And eventually when I saw the movie, everybody, still gives it a bad rap because they said, there's a lot of talking to it, da-da-da-da-da. And you got to remember, there ain't no sequel unless you have the prequel. And the prequel is going to be the one that's going to tell the whole story that leads to the sequel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's got to set up somehow. So
yeah.
I hear you.
But it was good, man. I mean, what were you guys' take on it?
You go, Casey, because I just get shit.
All right, for this one, I love the movie. It does have some slow parts to it, but it's a very dark, eerie type story. Very creepy, like the graveyard scene with Frenchie was awesome when he gets attacked. The special effects in the movie are great. The acting's awesome. I love the story. I mean, basically everything about it I loved, other than it does have a few slow parts. But other than that, it's an awesome movie, in my opinion.
Yeah, throw that shit up, man.
Oh man, you guys suck. You always put me out. It's all right. It's not that the movie was terrible, dude, because it's not. There's no such thing as a off. Well, no, I can't say that. I think there was a lot of wasted opportunities with this movie. The atmosphere is fucking crazy, and the music is awesome in the movie. The music is really well done.
You got punch me there, man.
Yeah. But there was the scene with the tongue and what? All right, it doesn't matter. I'm not getting like crap on the movie. The scenes with the nun herself were awesome. There was a lot of jump scares that you saw coming like a mile away. I think that was kind of the thing about it, I hold James Wan and this universe to a higher standard, man, just because the Conjuring 1 and 2 were awesome. They were awesome. And like her introduction in The Conjuring 2, fuck, that freaked me out, man. Like it really did. You know, her and that goddamn painting. So it's like, ooh, what was that? The Conjuring 2 came out, and it was like 5 days after that movie came out, they announced they were making a nun movie. So like a lot of horror fans, you know, we all lost our stuffing. It's not a bad flick. I'm not going to sit there and tell. I'll never tell anybody not to watch a movie, not to watch a horror movie. But wasn't my cup of tea, man. You know,
really?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of waiting for the crooked man. So,
well, I gotta say, what was it that did it for you, man? Was it the slow scenes?
The jump scares you saw coming a mile away? Because there was a lot of them, dude. There was a lot of them. Because every time they show it, you know, all right, a jump scare, right? Jump scare 101. The camera will show you something, and then it will pan away, and then it'll come back. And when it comes back, boom, that's your jump scare. Or Thomas of School, misdirection. Look to the left, and I'll have something come out of the right side. It's been done so many times in movies and stuff that it's like, dude, it's, you know, we're old salts with the horror flicks, so we kind of see them coming a mile away. Yeah, it's not that it's not fun, but it was like watching it, I was like, you know. But it's part of the Conjuring universe, and or for what I was saying before, I hold James Wan and everybody to a higher standard. So when this thing kind of is like, you know, some generic clown shit, I'm just kidding. It just they could have been better, man. That's all I'm saying. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
I'm nitpicking, man. I'm nitpicking. You know what I mean?
No. You know, honestly, I'll give it to you because, you know, the way how this film was, it's a really slow char build up burn of it, and I thought this would have been one of your favorites of the series because I love
slow build up movies.
Yes, I love them. Yeah, that's why I was like, oh shit, what? So the jump scares got you, but you know, also too, I don't know if you noticed, but the way that they did this movie, you could tell that there was too many hands in the cookie jar. And I say that because, because one is the jump scares. You did call that, right? And then two is just, you have some slow scenes and then some fast scenes. And then, of course, you see the nun and everything. But there was also a lot of other winks in there. You know, they put in. I was gonna say,
there's a bunch of nods to the rest of the Conjuring universe in the movie.
Yes.
And
there was a lot of nods from James Wan. Like the whole long tongue thing was a nod to Dead Silence when Mary Shaw had the tongue and was fucking with him. Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. She rips tongues out. Son of a bitch. I can't believe I didn't catch that. It just looked silly though because it was a CGI tongue. All right. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's something you gotta look at it this way from a different, you know, half glass empty approach. And that's what I tell everybody when you look at these different sequels, because, you know, you can't have the sequel without the prequel. And the prequel is always going to be the slow burning char one. And then not only that, it builds up to that story. So the story was great. The execution, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. But it's just,
you know, there's too many cooks in the kitchen, man.
Yeah, because, I mean, you could see James Wan's handprints all over on it with the CGI and the way how he wanted to present it. Then you see the director's approach who wanted to do a lot of the jump scares, which, you know, I don't know if there's a lot of deleted scenes. I've seen a couple of deleted scenes, and I was like, well, fuck, they should have left that in there. I mean, it would make more sense. And it's just, you know how Hollywood is. They have to chop it up here and there to make everything fit in time.
And demographic and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. And not only that, they were trying to cash cow this because you think about it. This came, when was it? A year or two after Conjuring 2. Literally 5 days, like you said, they announced it. So people were hyped as fuck. And if they were going to do another Conjuring film, they were hyping up off this money train. And what was the numbers again? 22 million against 360?
Yeah, the budget, 22 million. It made 365 $0.6
Oh
million.
shit,
That's
365.
nuts, dude.
That's $1 million a day for this film when it came out.
Break it down.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I mean that's pretty cool how I was able to churn that out. But at the same time, I think of the way that they presented it would look cool, but the execution was and I think it kind of slendered in because now if you look at the Nun and how it followed up all the other movies afterwards, they kind of dipped a little, and a lot of people I think they saw the Nun and they're like, oh, the whole franchise is going to be like this, and it's like no. They put different people in there to get their hands into the horror job, or to the horror life, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and then they had like they were showing how Frenchie was actually from the original, from the Conjuring, the first one.
Yeah.
They showed like how the upside down cross was coming out of his body. And that's how they kind of tie those two together into like the original Conjuring.
Yeah.
See, what's fun about when they do the movies like this, where there's a whole slew of them, I always like to sit and watch them in order. So, I don't know. It's not that it's a missed opportunity, man. That's how I feel. That's all. But like the music's fucking beautiful in the movie. It really is. There's a bunch of positives, man. Like there's actually more positives than there are negatives.
So let me ask you this: since you said it was a missed opportunity,
don't do it, man. Don't do it.
I've got to change your mind right here. If they did a sequel to this with somebody else, what would you do? Would you watch it?
Well, yeah, because I'm a fan of the series.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got my $5, man. It doesn't matter.
Oh shit!
The thing that stinks about like Hollywood and like the movie machines and all that stuff is whoever comes up with the original concept, blah blah blah, they move on to do other projects, and so other people take over it, and it's not that it suffers in quality. It's just it's not the same people doing it. So there's
the same passion.
Yes, there's a bunch of little differences and stuff they might have missed or stuff. It's like comic books, man. You have one creative team that did your favorite comic book for 5 issues, and then they move on, and then you got a new crew that comes in, and you're like, Spider-Man doesn't look like that.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So, but yeah, it's not a bad movie. It's just not my favorite.
What do you guys think about this actually leading off into kind of like a whole universe of the Conjuring universe? Kind of like the way I'm looking at this, and supposedly when this film was being released, there was a lot of rumors going around saying this was going to tie into the Insidious world. I don't know if you guys caught that rumor.
Yeah, I think that was a rumor because Insidious isn't tied into the Conjuring.
Yeah, they're completely separate.
I don't know. I mean,
yeah, that's like a rumor. That I did see it online, though. That's some kind of rumor. But yeah, they're two completely separate things, just both done by James Wan.
Yeah, and if you think about it, I mean, I see this as a yin and yang, because when you think of the first Insidious, what happened at the ending? You see the woman in black who ended up being Parker, which was a guy dressed in black. Mm-hmm. And when you think of the Nun, who's the Nun? It's a woman in black, but it's actually a man in black because he's a demon. Ah, right?
Yeah, Insidious, like, I didn't know Darth Maul lived in that universe. I'm just kidding.
You're killing me, man.
My daughter used to crack up.
I got that tattooed on me. You're killing me.
Awesome. Just that scene just makes me laugh, man. When he pops out and he's like, I was like, it always made me laugh.
Oh shit!
But so yeah, it's not a bad movie. Like seriously, the universe is like the Conjuring universe is pretty cool. Like for a modern horror series, I like it. Big fan of it because it's pulled from reality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess the story of the Nun's based on a true story. I think, if I read that right, because everything on the internet's true.
Script.
And with the whole
based on
thing,
true story, because like it came from the Conjuring stories, which is from the Warrens.
It was the Warrens, exactly. Oh man, I would have loved to talk to them. But so yeah, but that's all. Go watch it. Don't listen to me. Go watch it. Go watch it.
Yeah, because it's got a pretty decent story. I mean, the effects are great. The cinematography is good. I mean, basically everything about it's good besides, like you were saying, few little things here and there that kind of
Nitpicking stuff, man. Trust me, nitpicking
Yeah.
stuff. But
mean,
plus, I like any kind of horror movie that involves the church.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. You know?
It had kind of an Omen vibe to me when I saw the church and everything. I was like, oh shit, because it reminded me of like the Omen. And I don't know, man. Like after seeing this film, I thought, I don't know. I mean, thinking about it now, do you think it would have been better had they put a little bit more time into it?
I think so. I think that suffered greatly. Them rushing to, the almighty dollar. Because in Hollywood, I don't know why they do that. What they do is they'll announce a flick and then they'll announce the release date before they even have a script or anything. I don't know.
Yeah, they shouldn't do that.
Okay.
It's
good
common
point.
practice in Hollywood. It stinks. So,
Good point. Good point.
Yeah, that's all. But yeah, no, definitely go watch it. Aesthetically, she is fucking creepy. Like,
Oh yeah.
holy cow, man. Holy cow. But I'll say this though, the Conjuring 2, her debut will stick with you. Stuck with me. I was freaked out. Turn all the lights on in the house and shit. Yeah. So but yeah, no, if you're a fan of the Conjuring universe, man, definitely go see it.
Mm-hmm.
Or definitely go see it. Go watch it. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. And what next will be the Annabelle creation.
Annabelle creation.
Oh shit, that's right. That's the creepy one. Where she's like tapping on the window. What do you want? Your soul.
Oh man, no.
Yeah, that still shakes my spine.